G'day everyone, and welcome back to Drumard Farm and the Broke to Barren Challenge. Just finishing up this relatively decent sized mowing contract. That should net us another $6,000, which is pretty good. It's right near our own fields, but unfortunately we did have to bring the equipment on the road because this mower is a bit of a nightmare to load up on the trailers, and it just causes the truck to bump and fly around. It doesn't strap down properly. It's kind of a nightmare, but it gets the job done quick. So once we've done this, we'll cash in, we'll drive it back to the farm, and then we'll progress with the rest of our plan. Now, that word, plan, I actually kind of have one. Or I had one at least. Now, I want to start getting into productions relatively soon, as soon as possible, really. Specifically using the eggs, as there's not many things I can really make with the eggs that don't require a bunch of other ingredients. Like the bakery's got the cakes and all sorts of stuff like that, but it needs sugar and butter and 100 different ingredients that we're not even close to having sorted out yet. There we go. We'll fold the tractor back up. See, like the entrance to our farm's just here. It's literally right there. So I don't know if it's even actually worth paying the money, but we are driving it across the road, so I will follow the rules. Some people are waiving fees for little bits of movement like that, but I think we'll be alright. We'll pay that in a moment. Now, the plan of what I want to do. Originally, saving, I was going to buy, we'll complete that, was going to buy the grain mill to make flour in order to buy the preserved food factory to make noodle soup. 55 flour and 10 eggs gets me 40 noodle soup. And then there's a production using the eggs, done. The bakery, unfortunately, needs a whole lot of other stuff to make these productions, or to make any of these like food items, things like that. So right now, my plan is to buy the preserved food factory, which, let's just see, because I didn't actually look at that. Is that over here? Taylor. That's 36, so we can actually buy that right now. We can't do anything with it, so we're not going to. I was also going to buy the grain mill, because the grain mill is how we get our flour. So I was going to grow, I've got barley in our one field. Got barley over here, I believe. Yeah, barley ready to go. It's growing. We just got to let it happen. And in this field, I was originally going to plant sorghum. Now, last time I ended up buying this field, everything's good except for a few little patches where the pH is bad, but I'm not that fussed. Now, I was going to put sorghum in this, so it's just going to stay as it is until we can plant sorghum, which is in March, I believe. April. So either sorghum or oat. So March or April, we're going to get something in there. In the meantime, I decided that I might load it up with grass, because we'll get one harvest of grass off it, and then when that's done, we will be able to get a harvest out of that, have some bales of grass waiting for when we get to the sheep and the goats, or I'll build a silage pit and I'll make silage out of it. That's my two options right now that I'm considering doing. Back to the grain mill, I lost track. So we were going to use barley and sorghum or oat to make flour. That's that solution. Downside, the grain mill is $288,000. We don't have that. We'll probably never have that I'm spending on a mill. That will be spent on fields or animals or something like that. So the alternative is, where is it? There we go. I'm going to install one of these old mills. I believe there is a smaller one there. So this is a $36,000 grain mill, which we can make flour out of that. So it's 36,000, but I can save 16,000 and just do this one. Which, if we end up doing so, get off my controller and into my mouse, is quite small, and we can easily fit it in our field, like down here somewhere. We'd have to figure it out because it's going to be in the way of a lot of stuff. Even if we end up removing one little section, we'd go this way, I think. There, so we could put it there. It's not really in the way. Just have it in the middle, we can work around it. Have it here. We could make this work very easily. But I'll figure that all out later. Right now, we're going to get some grass planted. Now, my plan might backfire when I inevitably realise that I won't be able to harvest this grass in time. But I'm assuming I should be done November, December, January. By February or March at the latest, we should get our harvest of this done. So hopefully by that point we have a baler, because they're only relatively cheap themselves, or a forage wagon. That's my two options. A baler or a forage wagon, purely to make silage. That's the goal if we go with the forage wagon. So right now we're going to get the grass in, let it sit. We do need to get a weeder. I know I have a sprayer, so I'm kind of alright letting those small weeds in the barley field grow a little bit, and we'll just take them out with the sprayer. But so far this is the plan. We're going to get grass in. We did the mowing contract, and then we're going to look at what else we can do on the map today. I have also installed another mod that you might see pop up every so often in the top corner, which is the used sales, extreme used sales mod, just to give me a few more options of equipment to get. So every hour, I believe, a new item pops up in the used market, and right now there is nothing for us. We have, I think there's a baler that's way out of our price range. There's the front loader attachment for a John Deere, which we don't have, and there's something else. I don't know what it is. I think it's like a like I don't know, like a conveyor belt, a feeding belt or something. I didn't really look. I saw it was nothing I could use and didn't really pay attention. But this is our grass done. Now we should be able to get a good harvest off that. We can get out and check. So we need to roll it. We have a roller. We can do that. So we should get a decent... Yeah, that's where it changes. So we've got loam. Yep, that's not bad. We'll get a decent chunk of grass out of that, I think. Now, I do need to look because there's something that got me worried. So this is a grass roller. So the roller that I have, can I not use that on grass? I'd assume I can. It says I can. Oh, because it's a mod, I can use it on grass. I believe. I don't know, guys. Sure, it says I can. So we'll go get the roller. Do I have a roller? I'm sure I bought one. Yeah, there it is. I was like, I knew I bought one. I just didn't know where I'd had it. So now we'll get this grass field rolled. And then we'll see where we're at the end of that. Still got my herbicide on the trailer there. Now I've done a few contracts off camera. Nothing really too crazy. Oh yeah, that slows us right down. I forgot. Whoa, it's sliding. Get this set up. This is going to take a while. So I will put you guys on a time lapse for this. Let me just check that it is okay. Okay. We're good. Oh, we got to start the motor. I was wondering why it wasn't moving. There we go. So I'll set you off on a little time lapse of this one, guys. And I will see you at the end when this field is fully rolled. Welcome back, guys. Here we are with the last couple of passes. It has been a long one. I forget just how slow this tractor is with relatively heavy-ish equipment. But we're done. Our grass is ready to go. And now we just leave it for a few months. It's just starting to rain. I can't see it happening yet, but apparently it is. But right now, that's our rolling done. That is this field done. Now we'll just lift it up. Seems very strange to me that those wheels would drag through the ground like that, but you know, what can you do? So that is now rolled. We should, yep, everything's ready to grow. Growth stage 1. Perfect. And now, I guess we'll look at the contracts because there's nothing much else for us to do. I don't think there's any... Well, we got a couple of small fields we could buy, but I kind of want my next one to be this field here. No. One of these two. And we do have a few trees, so we might... Yeah, I don't have a chainsaw. But we might be able to cut down a few of these trees over here to sell, because the sawmill's just here. I'm pretty sure wood's irrelevant, but jeez Louise. There it is. It's actually at its highest amount right now, so we could sell wood to the sawmill. But we'll have a look. I just got distracted again. Cultivating on that field. What? I just fertilized that earlier. Okay. Alright, well we'll do that. That's a good chunk of change right there. And it's right next to us, so we can get that done. Get our cultivator. Then there'll be this field. Should not take long at all with this one. But we'll get it sorted. Where is it? There we go. Sure. Got me to fertilize it earlier in the day and now wants me to cultivate it. I don't know if that's wise or what you should do, but we'll do it because we're a good neighbor and we're kind of parking our rubbish on his field anyway. But yeah, we'll get this cultivating contract done. There's not much else, so we might do a bit of wood cutting. There is a little sawmill we could buy that I think is only $10,000 if I have it installed, which I'll have a look when we're on a decent straightaway, because I really don't want to drive through either of my fields. You know what? I could just do this the way that I like doing this, where we just go end to end and don't worry about the headlands. So, constructions. Factories. Yeah, there it is. Little 10,000. $10,000 sawmill. Which would not be too bad. Wait. Because I think this is... Yeah, that's farmland. You can't actually... I don't think you can buy the sawmill. The farmland's fine. We could just chuck our own sawmill down there. And then we've got storage space, I guess. Which wouldn't be atrocious. Where is the... Yeah, so it doesn't even let us look at how much it'll cost to buy. That's alright. I think it's because we have to own the land that it's on. But that's a fair chunk of land for 16,000. That's really not atrocious. But I could just spend 10,000 and get it up here. You know? Hate to buy it and then realise that it's a $1,000 sawmill or something like that. But then if we did that, no, we could make wood planks, wood beams, and that would get us a fair whack more money, I'll tell you that much. Oh, there's nowhere to sell wood planks. Okay. Oh, it's planks, isn't it? Yeah, we're golden. Okay, there's a lot more stuff than I thought there was in that list. I thought we had heaps of time, and we didn't really. Yeah, so planks long. Yeah, so if we just make the wood beams... Oh, actually, it doesn't. You don't lose any value. And then we just have to buy places that have wood, maybe. Because we can't cut any of those trees down, I don't believe, on the end of our lot, because we don't own those. But that other one, with our grass in it, we own a fair bit of that. So that could definitely be a way to go. We'll have a look. So what I'll do is I'll get this finished. I'll do a little jump cut and I'll see you at the end. And then we'll look at what trees we've got. If they're viable to be cut down at all anyway. We'll see if there's somewhere we can put our sawmill. And then we'll look at cutting some trees down. None of them really look overly tall, so I'm not that confident in them. There's a couple of big ones there, which we can use, so we'll do that. So I'll see you once I've done this, guys. Alright, welcome back, guys. It's still raining, and we're still cultivating, because this field is a lot bigger than I anticipated it to be. I thought we'd be done pretty quickly, but it's actually massive. So, a couple more passes and we should be done though. And then I'll have a look, see what trees we've got, even if we just sell the wood. We might cut one down, see what we get with it. I don't think it'll really be worth it, so I'm kind of in between doing it and not. But as of right now, my only other option other than that, I think, will be to go, I'm going to go get some more chicken feed. Just because I don't exactly know how much they're going to go through. And I think we might be skipping ahead a fair few months, if I'm honest. But we'll have a look. I'm pretty sure they've only used a couple of 100 litres. But we'll... Where's my skid steer? Over there. Okay. Oh, we don't even need the skid steer. I was going to bring that with that trailer, but we actually don't need it. So we'll just take this to the shop. We'll go get some chicken feed. Yeah, I don't think it'll tell me anything about those trees if I just look at them, other than what they are, will it? Because this is the kind of thing, a shagbark hickory. That's the kind of thing I'd be looking at cutting down. I'll have a think about it on the way to the shops. We need to get some more chicken feed. And then, in all honesty, I really feel like we'll skip a few months. Like, I don't see me doing much in the winter right now. Yeah, where's the... Where's the chicken feed? Bags of chicken feed. How many is that? 375. That's 1,000 litres for 1,500. Oh, so it's the same. That's even better. Yeah, that'll do us. Get this on there. Now they're liftable too, which is great. Because we just go pop. Pop. Yeah, look at that. This is one of those little quality of life mods that I like. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. But is it just a little bit more realistic than me lifting up full-size pallets? Absolutely. So, this is just a cool little mod that I actually have in all of my games now. So, get on there. Do that. Click, 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 click. There we go. 2,000 litres of feed for the chickens. And then we'll go back, we'll feed the chickens because they've got a pretty hefty feed trough that they can have quite a lot of feed in. I don't even think it's 10% full. Right, there we go. Nobody else uses these roads, it's just me, so it's all good. There's that. Just got to get all these done. And then in all honesty, I do think we're just going to skip ahead a month. See how those weeds are in that barley field. I'm sure there's contracts I could do, but I just don't want to be doing more and more contracts. I keep forgetting that it's not who can do the challenge the fastest. So, instead of just grinding out contracts every day to get unlimited money, basically, I'm Just going to play it and actually get my crop and my yield done. My fields and all that I want. The contracts are good to get a quick bit of cash if there's something going, but the only thing that they have right now is mowing, and it's just, I don't know, just doing mowing so much is just awful. So that's all I really do when I play off camera, is I do just a bunch of mowing. So now, yeah, see this, they've got 6,000 litres, nearly 7,000 litres. And they should start making more chickens soon. So yeah, in all honesty, there's no get our money for that. I mean, that's a good one, but really just don't want to do it, if I'm honest. A fertilizing contract, because I'll have to buy more fertilizer, I think. I don't know how much fertilizer I've got in my spreader. 544 litres. Oh, it'll use 300, but I might do that off camera. But I think I'll leave it there, guys. You know what? Nope. We're just going to go to November. Bingo, bango, bongo. Come on. It's taking a fair while to load. There we go. So now our weeds are medium, so we need a hoe. I don't think there is actually any weeds. That's the unfortunate thing. I think it's literally one little section that has weeds. Yeah, it's one little bit right there. That's crazy. So do we have it? How much food did they go through? Oh, barely anything. 200, 300 litres. Got some more eggs. Do we have any more chickens? No. That's fine. Fine by me, guys. And is our grass growing? Hey, look at that. Oh, it is two, geez always. Growth stage 2 or 4. So that's good. That means we'll definitely get to harvest it in... We could do it in January. We'll probably do it in February. Just because, why not? That's got nothing in it. And this is our barley at level 3, stage 3. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm alright with that. So we got a bunch more contracts here. Still nothing that we can do. More mowing, again, shock horror. Spraying contracts, not bad. But we can just leave that there, I think. 37,000. Are there any fields? That's 75. I think these ones are relatively... Oh no, I thought they were cheap, but they're not. I think it's all these grass ones. Even that's not cheap. We could get that grass. I don't think there's any of just trees that we can get. No, that's massive. That's 71. We could work towards that. That's got oat in it. That's not a bad field to have, actually. Not oat. Corn. That's 43. Sort of nowhere we can really go. That's 46. This is what we want. So we want 93.7 at least. So that's the plan. We might skip ahead a few months. I'll do some more contracts in November. But when you see me next, it will probably be, no word of a lie, January or February. I'll check the grass in January. And if it's not worth it, I'll skip ahead to February. But it'll be January or February when I'm next in a video. So thanks for hanging out, guys. If you liked it, like it down below, comment, subscribe, all those things. I hate asking for it, but it's the way the internet works these days. So I thank you for sticking around. Have a good one and take care of yourselves. Goodbye.